Hey, so I'm gonna find somewhere to sit down so I can talk. But I am getting out of class. Well, not really. I was in a computer lab working on, still trying to catch up from being sick. So I've been like coming in a little bit later and staying a little bit longer and just trying to catch up a little bit here and there. So that's what I was just doing. Was leaving the computer lab. So I'm going to sneak over here into the drawing studio. There we go. And shoot a little video. So this is week 9. This is week 9. The beginning of week 9. And it's rough. It's rough. I am tired. And just trying to still catch up on everything. But yeah, like I said, I just have been deciding to come in. I don't really come in early because I'm not an early bird. So I stay late. So I stay after class, during the next class, or however. The teachers have been super cool about letting me stay during the next class, so that's nice. And I'm doing that. I had a good conversation with the gallery. I don't know what he's called. Manager, curator, I don't know, but the guy who runs the gallery here. Because they've had some opportunities where you can submit work, but I'm not ready. I don't have my artist statements written. I don't have things framed, and I'm just not ready. So that's something that I want to work on, is being ready for those opportunities, because that was definitely one of the reasons why I wanted to come to school, was to be able to have those opportunities kind of presented to me. It's not like I gotta do a whole bunch of searching and whatever. It's like, you're a student. Oh, here are these different opportunities where you can show, and so on and so forth. So I need to be ready for those opportunities. I also started some paintings this week, so that I have work to show. Realistically, I don't paint every day. I don't even paint every week. I sketch more now because it's required, so that's good. But I'm not actually painting or working on pieces or anything like that. So those are two things that I'm working on, is painting more and then having paintings ready for submission for shows, because I want to build my my resume while I'm here, being in different shows. Like, they had an opportunity where I could show, or we can, as students, show at the local children's hospital, and that's a really good look, so those are things I want to be ready for. I'm still working on learning. I don't know how that sounds, but I still find it difficult to draw out actual information that I can use to become a better artist. And I find that a bit frustrating and a bit understandable. I have definitely come to know that this time period is really about showing your capability. It's really not about learning anything. It's really just about showing your capability to understand these concepts. So there's that, but it's kind of hard. It's just kind of hard to digest taking a class and not learning anything. I am being forced to learn more Photoshop and Creative Suite, so I'm sure that'll be good in the long run, even though I am a tactile artist. I prefer pen and ink and charcoal and paper um, more than I do a computer, but I do acknowledge how important it is in today's society to be able to, whether it's reproducing my work and then color matching it or different things like that. Speaking of reproducing my work and color matching it, so I did a thing last week, and oh no, it wasn't last week. What's today? Tuesday. It was yesterday. I don't know. Yeah, it was last week. It was last Monday. So it was Monday. I had this piece, and it's called Caution Adulthood. You can see it if you go to my Instagram, Althea Jones Art. It's on there. And I was really just doing it, it's Monday, let's try to act like we know what the hell we're doing. And so I put it on there and I was like, this piece is for sale, and maybe I'll do posters of it, blah, blah, blah. And I had a couple of people reach out to me and be like, oh yeah, I like that piece, I want to buy it. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking into doing some posters. And they're like, okay. So I tried it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I tried to take the short route and shortcut, because I know that things need to be professionally photographed. I know that things need to be professionally color matched in order to get the best possible results. That ain't what I did. That ain't what I did. I took a picture with my phone. I cropped it out. I increased my contrast and did a couple of little things. That shit looked like trash. I went to Staples also and got it printed. And I was just so disappointed, because it wasn't right. And I'm not just trying to sell people anything. Like, these things are important to me. So then I had to reach back out to people and say, hey, it's not right. I got to figure out how to make it right. And, I'll let you know, yada, yada. So, so that was definitely a learning lesson. Do not post nothing. Do not say it's for sale if it's not ready. Don't do it, because that's just gonna make me frustrated, because I'm not gonna be able to follow through. Then also, that was time wasted, because I had to hop on a bus, go to the Staples, yada, yada, yada. That was money wasted. I paid for those prints, whether they were good or not, because it wasn't the copy machine's fault. So these are lessons that I have to learn and do better at. And I mean, it's a lesson that I learned, hell. So keeping all of that in mind, that was also one of the reasons why I wanted to talk to the gallery owner, just so that I can be prepared. Because since I am practicing and learning, I just want to get I just want to get my money's worth. I want to get all of the experience that I can. I want to be ready for every opportunity. I just want to do better. I was talking to a friend of mine who is working on some novel marketing and promotional activities, because I ain't trying to put all this business out there. And we had a good little conversation, and I checked him. I was like, look, bro, you need to be pressed, because we getting old. We ain't got the next 20 years to figure this shit out. We don't have unlimited whatever. You need to be pressed, because what I was talking about, oh, do you have a slide deck? Do you have blah, blah, blah? And he was like, yeah, I got somebody working on it, but I'm not really pressed. And I was like, shit, you need to be pressed. You need to be pressed, because we, just honestly, not even trying to be funny or whatever. We just don't have the time. And it really, and I find often that when we are speaking to other people, we are truly speaking to ourselves, just period. And in that moment, though I was talking to him about specifically what he is doing now and has done over the last 10 or so years that I've known him. I was also speaking to myself because realistically, like, I ain't got time. I ain't got time. You know, honestly, I already feel like I'm behind the eight ball, and I'm glad and wonderful and blessed to be where I am. All that kind of stuff. I don't need no motivation. Don't come in the comments motivating me, please. Um, but I feel like there is a reality that we need to address, that there is a point where you need to be pressed. There is a point where you need to be thirsty. There's a point where you need to be hungry. There is a point where you need to be grinding. There's a point where you need to be like honed in, completely obsessive, like all you are trying to do is reach this goal. And this is that point for me. I am building a foundation for a career that I have wanted my entire life. So I gotta take that shit seriously. I can't be out here like, oh, I mean, you know, I'm not pressed. I mean, it's fine. I mean, because it's not. It's not. So a couple of things that I did, keeping those in mind, because I'm definitely a solutions person. I made a list, because I also love lists. I made a list of everything. Excuse me, I had a phone call. I made a list of everything that I would need to do in order to, everything I know I need to do in my mind now to get to where I want to go. And so I just kind of like purged, you know, kind of like, if I had all the time and all the money, what are all the things that I need to do to really get my foundation under me, get my feet under me, to be ready for the next phase of life, phase of my career. So I did that, and then today, and a couple of those things, I just went ahead and did them. Like, I don't have no TikTok. I'm not jazzed about the whole TikTok opportunity, but you know what? Every opportunity is an opportunity. So, I went ahead and just did one right then. So, trying to take the procrastination aspect out of it, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to, I think my sister calling me. And then I went to, like I said, then I went to my gallery person. I gotta figure out what he's called, and asked him for help to be able to just figure out what I'm doing. And I'm gonna talk to him and the graduate assistant tomorrow and later on during the week, so that I can really figure out what's going on. And I feel good about that. And it's kind of like one of those, another unintended lesson or unintended thing that is related to school but kind of isn't related to school. So I'm cool. But as far as school goes, really just trying to keep catching up, learning some like random stuff, like how to cut shit right and how to do little stuff. I don't know, whatever, things that I probably should have known how to do or already been doing, but that's the life. But overall, I feel good. I feel positive. I feel, you know, still continuously on the right direction. You see me all cozy, because it is beautiful outside. It is October. I am loving every single day of this fall weather. Sweater weather. I'm here for it. So yes, that's it. I will keep y'all updated as far as, especially as far as like my professional practice stuff. Like, how am I gonna get my stuff ready for these opportunities that I'm here seeking? That's really where my mind is right now. So y'all have a wonderful evening, day, night, however, and I will talk to you soon.